Hey guys, this just in, I'm driving a 2020 Nissan Titan Crew Cab SL 4x4. I'm kind of excited about it because I like Nissan Titans. I especially like the first generation Nissan Titans, but we had a second generation Nissan Titan. If you recall, we had a yellow one, which was a Pro 4X that, oh wow, we had it for a while. We had that thing for months and months and did a long-term test on it. We towed with it, we went off-roading with it and everything else. This is a bit of a different truck. They've changed a few things around, and that's including this interior, which I'm gonna take you through in just a moment. Right now I'm driving the truck, and one of the things I can tell you is that it is a smoother vehicle by far in terms of shifting, because they got rid of the 7-speed automatic, which was one of my biggest gripes. I didn't like that transmission that much. And they put in this transmission, which is a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it is smoother. We think it might be a lot more efficient, and so far it's proven to be an easier vehicle to drive because of how smooth it is. It's not jerky, it doesn't feel like it's searching for gears, really easy to get to the power, all of that just by changing the transmission around. So that is a good thing. Now, I bet you're wondering, well, what about power? I heard it has more power, and indeed it does. And put out 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque if you put in premium fuel. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I was really hoping that they had changed around the mapping and updated it to the point where you could just do that on regular fuel. If you put in regular fuel, you'll get the same horsepower numbers that you used to get with this truck. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But what I wanted to do right now that we've stopped is I wanted to show you this interior. Because, ta-da, all better. They've made some major changes inside. All of this has been updated. The color schemes, the switch gear, this screen, which is actually a pretty nice looking screen. Just about everything here is all new or significantly updated. And that is a nice thing. But there's still some stuff that carries over from the old truck. A lot of the switch gear that we have over here, this type of stuff over here, this is all pretty much carryover. And the overall shape of everything is pretty much the same as well. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Let me show you the one thing that unfortunately I consider not so great. It's over here. Hear that? Let's see if you can. Yep. Soft materials in some places, but I drive like this, and some of you guys do too. And I would really like to have something kind of soft under me, right? So other people do it. Nissan's not doing it. Kind of a bummer. Fortunately, the rest of the interior is quite nice. I like this. I'm pretty sure it's not real wood, but it looks good. And they've definitely come up from almost the very bottom to, I would say, about the middle. Ram is still the top of the line when it comes to interior design, but Nissan has definitely shown that they are serious about updating an interior. Now let me show you one more thing. I love this. The other guys do it too. Look in the back. You can open that up. Yep. And then you're going to open this up. And it opens way the hell up. Ford has a top that's very similar to this. Actually, so does Ram. And then you open that up. And it works very smooth. Also, it's really awesome on the highways. If I had hair, it would be blowing in the wind, which would be awesome. So let's close a few things up here. If I can get the switchgear right. There we go. So all in all, an updated interior that looks a lot better than it did before. Okay, how about we go on to the outside? We'll talk about the engine. You guys still with me out there? All right. Here we go. So remember I was telling you that if you put premium fuel in here, you get more power? If not, you get 390 horsepower and 394 pound-feet of torque, out of this 5.6 liter V8. I maintain that this is still one of the best sounding V8s out there, and when we're done with this video, I'm actually going to crank it up and let you hear the exhaust sound. Sounds really good. This is potentially a more efficient powertrain. We don't know exactly what the numbers are yet because Nissan hasn't revealed any of that yet. This truck doesn't go on sale until early 2020. This video was filmed right before 2020. So, sorry, I really wish we had more information on it. But here's the good news. As it sits, the 2019 SL Crew Cab 4x4, basically this truck but the older version, runs about $54,000. And that's before you get your major discounts, which you can get for these trucks. I'm guessing, and so is Andre, that this truck will be about the same price with a slight premium. I'm hoping a couple $100 over what it was before because of all the updates and everything else. They have to try to make a profit, right? So that's still a pretty reasonable price for a truck that is fairly loaded. I mean, you saw all the stuff in there, right? All right, let's have a look on the sides. First of all this has been updated. All of this is new. They've reshaped it. They've made it a little bit more aggressive looking, slightly more unique. I do like the lighting that shoots through here quite a bit. I really do wish that Nissan made this a little bit more like their original one. The original Titan was bold and completely different than anything else on the road. This is still a little F-150-ish, if you know what I mean. But that's just a personal thing. Maybe some of you guys like this little cutout thing over here, which they still do. I don't know. It's kind of Fordish, but still, at least Nissan's updating it. They've even updated the back. Now, come on, back here. Yes, indeed. We have spray and bed liner. We have the track system. We have all that. Now, this truck is able to pull, in its best configuration, 9,370 pounds. Payload maximum is 1,680 pounds. Both of those are really good. But if you consider that a lot of half-ton trucks now are available with diesel engines, they absolutely cream this thing when it comes to towing. And if you look at the EcoBoost Ford, man, that thing outpulls this thing big time. But as with a gas engine truck, this one actually has really good oomph. It has great pickup. And for those of you who are curious, this engine is exactly the same setup that's also inside the upcoming Nissan Titan XD. They got rid of the diesel. That's all gone. They're keeping the 5.6 liter gas engine. They're also keeping the 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, there are a couple unfortunate things here. This is a 4-wheel drive, but they have this massive step here. Really good for people with injured feet, but not so great for off-roading. And that's part of the reason why Roman won't let me go off-road and really bash it. That, and it's also not the Pro 4X. The Pro 4X had a locking rear diff and off-road suspension, a whole bunch of other things, which is kind of unfortunate. But I want to show you something kind of cool. So, cameraman, hang out over here. I'm going to go to the other side. One of the cool things they did is they came up with some really cool storage underneath the rear seat. I'm going to show you that real quick. Very easy to get to. And this whole thing pops up and over, and you can also use this and do that so it's flat. So there's a way of making this surface flat as well. So you can use this for storage, a little cup holder over there, or dead up and over this way. By the way, the jack is over there. Isn't that cool? I think that's a pretty good setup. And it's really easy to use. By the way, this is a locking compartment in here, so you can put stuff down here, and it's modular, so you can move things around and make it work to your needs. I like that, if I can put it in without being... There we go. And down we go. Cool, right? Very cool. Come on, let's go hear this thing, because that is the coolest part. All right. I don't know if you should be able to hear it even with my mic here. Give it a sec. Yeah. I think you could hear that, and I hope you can, because it's one of the best sounding trucks in its class. Unlike Ford, which has gone mostly V6, this one has a really cool, manly sound to it. The only truck that sounds better in my book is the Toyota the Tundra with the TRD exhaust package, and that's with the exhaust package. This is a regular exhaust package, and it sounds fabulous. Okay, what we want from you, please let us know how you want us to test this truck. No, I can't take it on Cliffhanger 2.0. Roman won't let me. But if there's something specific that you want to see with this truck while we have it, let us know in the comments below, and we will make every effort to have that happen. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am looking forward to driving this truck quite a bit. For the Fastlane truck and the Fastlane car, TFL Now, TFL Off-Road, TFL Classic, TFL Tommy, TFL Roman, TFL Steven, and Andre. This is Nathan. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.